with Cannes still ongoing, I thought I would do a special edition of trailer reaction for the 6 films that are currently being showcased at the Cannes Film Festival. And this is more of a profile than a reaction, so to say. The idea is to throw some highlights on these films that are making waves at the festival, and sort of pay our respect, or sort of show support for the filmmakers for the things that they are, for the films that they've done. Unfortunately, I don't have all the trailers to the 6 films. I did my search. Unfortunately, I couldn't find 2. So we'll be doing a 5-part series for this trailer reaction of African films at the Cannes Film Festival. So, but before we proceed, I'd like to welcome all of you, my viewers, to this very special edition. I'm Papa O2, and then we'll begin with an article that briefly talks about more like a synopsis for each film. So with this very first part, we'll start with promised. So promised the sky opens. There's an article published in the RFI on the 16th May. And then let me just read the caption briefly. African films at Cannes tell unexpected stories of power, migration, and identity. 6 African films are screening at this year's Cannes Film Festival, which opened this week and runs until 24th May. The selection spans historical fiction, social drama, and crime thrillers, with stories set in Tunis, Cairo, Yaoundé, Lagos, and Jarada. The works explore migration, memory, justice, and belonging, giving voice to communities often left out of the spotlight. Yes. So I would read the first one. So the first trailer reaction we'll be doing is that of Promised the Sky, which opened at the Uncertain Regard. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. So I read Franco, Tunisian director Erige Sehiri returns to Cannes with Promised the Sky, which opens the Uncertain Regard section. Her previous film, Under the Fig Trees, drew wide acclaim for its focus on women's lives and quiet resilience. Sehiri's new story centers on Marie, an Ivorian pastor living in Tunis, who opens her door to 2 young women, Nane, and mother seeking a better life, and Jolie, a determined student. Their fragile household is shaken when they take in Kenza, a young girl who has survived a shipwreck, set against a backdrop of growing hostility towards sub-Saharan migrants in Tunisia. The film explores themes of solidarity, migration, and the search for identity. So yeah, this is the first one we'll be taking a look at. And then let me just bring up so I'll bring up the trailer briefly, and then we'll take a look at it. So this happens to be the first one, and then Promise the Sky trailer. So yeah, so it's almost up and running, and we'll be starting right away. Okay, so we are ready to roll. So I'd like us to just watch it briefly, and then we'll talk about it.
Tu es au bon endroit. Tu es venu chercher celui qui n'échoue pas, celui qui n'échoue jamais, le roi des rois pour l'éternité. Alléluia.
Alléluia.
Comme ça, on va bien s'occuper de toi.
Que les clients d'origine subsaharienne qui s'y
par la police.
Les tontons blancs là disent qu'on mange le chat. Toi, tu manges le chat?
Je vais te manger.
Oh.
Tu es venu ici tenter ta chance. Chaque jour est une bataille. Tu veux me mettre dans des trafics, je n'ai pas assez de problèmes.
Ma fille, qui t'a dit jeune fille?
Elle est passée dans la maison.
Non.
On aura la chance de la voir.
Tu sais, la distance, ça tue l'amour. Tout ce qui nous reste, c'est quoi? C'est ce qu'on a construit les uns avec les autres.
Il faut remettre cet enfant aux autorités. Yeah, so that is what we have there. That is Promised the Sky. It's Promised the Sky. And yeah, the approach to this filmmaking is more of the documentary style approach where it even the acting, the performances feel like they are not even scripted, but everything is obviously it's scripted and everything, but it looks more realistic in nature. And I think that approach perfectly suits this story, considering that this is a story of migration, people in a foreign land. To be specific, I think Tunisia and some of the challenges the migrants face in countries in countries. So I don't think it's necessarily a challenge. Yes, this story is about migrants facing challenges in Tunisia, but I think this very challenge they are facing is no perhaps different from where other people also face in different countries all over. And I think it is a good production, shining light on some of the challenges people are facing, and perhaps the intention of the production is to help cause social change, cause the fact that humanity ought to treat people, with that kind of humanity, that people in general should have some humanity and decorum in the way they treat others, even though they may not be like you are. So it is quite an interesting movie, and I'm sure it may win some accolades, And it's by what's the name again? Sehiri. If I hope I've got the name right, Sehiri. So it is indeed an interesting production, and very different, a French language cinema production. So it is exciting. It is exciting that this is coming from the francophone countries, a francophone country in Africa, and it's exciting. With the subtitles, you could clearly understand what the story is about. A story of separation, a story of love, a story of faith. So it is indeed a powerful story that reflects our conditions as Africans. For those who may know us as Africans, we don't joke with our faith. We also don't joke with the family. Family is so important to us, regardless of whether we are on the continent or in the diaspora. We always want to keep, the connection going among ourselves. So yeah, but just as the story explained, the two women who went to live with the man, everything was peaceful before the other lady joined in, and with her joining in, it brought a whole lot of conflict, turning their world upside down, due to the fact that I think she's involved in certain vices or trafficking of a sort, causing a rift in the family. So it is an interesting story that I think the caption, the cinematography makes it feel very real, close to home, very real for those who might have experienced or have an encounter of this nature in their lives. So I think it's going to make impact when it's finally released in the cinemas, and we'll be looking forward to it. So congratulations to the filmmaker for this production, and we'll be looking forward to it. Hopefully, I'm hoping that it wins something at the Cannes Film Festival. Yeah. So thank you so much, and then I'll be coming your way with part two of the Cannes, African films at the Cannes Film Festival, sort of review or profiling. So I'll see you soon with another trailer reaction from the Cannes African film collection. Yeah, so I'm Papa Otu, and this has been the Film Mandate.